evening, everyone. Welcome back to round 10 of the NNR Truck Series presented by One Mind, Two Design. Blair Patterson here in the booth with you with the ever so talented, the ever so handsome, the ever so charming Expert. Expert, how you doing this evening, sir?
I'm doing just great. Thank you for that lovely introduction, by the way. That was nice, but I got to give all the credit to you. You make me look good, my friend. But definitely excited to be here at Charlotte, the home of NASCAR, as it's quoted, as it's the closest to all the teams, basically, or closest to most of the teams, and closest to where the sport was actually created here. So very excited. Definitely looking forward to tonight's action, coming off of a great but also interesting race last week at Bristol, seeing the 22 come out with the win last week, and now coming into Charlotte, you got to look at a lot of different players looking to win here tonight. One guy, though, I think you can't count out, Nicholas Roman. He's won at Atlanta and Las Vegas, coming in with a lot of momentum at these mile and a halves.
Yeah, you hit it right on one of the key talking points here, Nicholas Roman. So last week, after a super exciting race that we had at Bristol, Nicholas Roman took over the points lead. As you've touched on, two-time winner on mile and a halves this year. And this track here plays similar driving style as Atlanta and Las Vegas, as tire wear is going to be a big thing here. We talked about that at Vegas. We talked about it at Atlanta. We'll be talking about it tonight here in Charlotte.
Definitely, and one thing we're going to be talking about tonight is the draft. These guys are going to have to use that to their advantage to try to see what they can do. This track is known as one of the fastest tracks on the schedule, probably one of the fastest mile and a halves on the schedule because of how much draft influences this race. We can expect 3-4 wide action. This track is known for insane racing.
Yeah, this track is great. I mean, it's your classic mile and a half, double dog leg on the front, really high bank corners. There's going to be some lifting going on, might even be a little bit of braking going on. The really interesting thing about the layout of this track, though, is that wall coming off of turn 4, it almost feels like it wants to reach out and grab you when you come off of turn 4. So that's going to be a place for a lot of action this evening.
And you hit it right on the head with that one. Expect a lot of action, especially in the tribal. Guys coming off of turn 4, 3, 4 wide, looking for that momentum off the turn. And we've seen it before, not only here in real life, but several times in iRacing, in which guys, getting overzealous on the front straightaway, they end up causing an incident or being involved in an incident that just takes them out and ruins their entire race. That's something we do not want to see here tonight.
Yeah, the other thing these trucks, we just saw right there with Grandpa Coey, another thing these trucks have here at Charlotte is they've got a tendency to be a little bit loose off. Nothing that is going to provide for bad racing, don't get me wrong. It's going to make for exciting racing. Guys are going to slide that back end around a little bit. Guys that have their trucks hooked up, they'll be able to shoot below them and make a pass. So going to be real exciting tonight as far as the setup and this track. So I'm super excited for this race.
As am I. And, you mentioned, you touched on the looseness. We might just need to get the Tokyo Drift theme ready.
Oh, let's see if we can get that up. Let's see if we can yell at the producer and get that. Do we have the Tokyo Drift thing? Looks like we're working on it.
Okay. But definitely, let's kind of recap on Bristol a little bit. A great race. A lot of guys that we didn't usually see at the front made their names known. We've seen Cole Snyder, Justin Enisagog, which we've seen him be fast all season, was looking for his big break, just missed it, still finished in the top 3. As well as guys like Josh Arnold, who picked up his first career NNR victory last night, or not last night, but last week. A lot of guys were able to show off their skills last week, and we had a very good race. What was your opinion overall on Bristol, and what do you think we can expect heading into this race?
Man, I really dug it. Another guy that had a really strong run that we've seen speed out of at different times so far in this season was Drew Trader coming home P2. Led a lap there at Bristol as well. So, Charlotte, I've got a feeling we're going to kind of go back to what we saw. Bristol, we saw a lot of guys up front making really good lap times, leading laps, all of the things. I think, Charlotte, we're going to go back and this is going to be a cream rise to the top thing, especially looking at the top 5 in practice. No surprise, we got Vroman, Trader, Anasagak, Irvin, and Litzenberger, our top 5 in practice. So I think we're going to go back to this old cream rises to the top bit.
And talk about, you just mentioned one of the drivers that I was actually going to move on to next that had a great race last week. He unfortunately got disqualified due to some glitches within iRacing, but Litzenberger making some great runs over the past few weeks. He's coming into this one top 5 in practice, no more than, actually it looks like he's less than a tenth off from Nicholas Roman. So definitely, these are close times. Litzenberger has been gaining speed, gaining momentum throughout the season. Could tonight be the night that we see that 21 enter victory lane?
I think tonight could be the night. Remember a couple weeks, was it California, that he was just extremely fast, if I remember correctly? And,
Yeah.
California...
If you're talking about charging through the field, yes.
Yeah. So, I know California and Charlotte are a lot different racetrack, but there's a lot of similarities. You got that backstretch that you can carry a ton of speed. You got to set up your corners right. You got to take care of your tires. You got to manage your equipment. I don't think seeing Litzenberger in the top 5 most of the night is going to be much of a stretch here.
And not to mention Chicagoland as well, one of the tracks that we saw a lot of speed out of him as well. And looking at a bunch of guys up here in the top 10, Ryan Shiro right there in 6th so far. He's the first driver in the 30.4s. Then you have Jordan Bain right behind him, 30.406. So these guys are really getting close together on times. Robertson, Darnell, and McQuaid are up there as well. And one guy that is right behind the list of guys that I just named, he's just got himself into the top 10 in practice after that last lap. Our good friend Old Cowboy, he is showing a lot of speed here tonight, and he's known for being aggressive on strategy. Charlotte, at times, we've seen, even in real life, has become a place where strategy has been key. We've seen guys run out off of 4. We've seen guys run out on the back straightaway. Fuel consumption and fuel strategy has played a major factor in these races. Could we expect to see that 19 pull off the winning strategy here tonight?
Well, it's very possible. You said that Cowboy's super aggressive on strategy, and you're right. He's not afraid to switch it up, not afraid to change it up. So whatever the leaders do doesn't necessarily mean that's what the 19 truck's going to do. So might see something awesome out of Cowboy tonight.
20 minutes
but
remaining.
then again, we've seen
left.
it bite him in the backside as well. So we'll see what it looks like. I got a quick question for you, though.
Go ahead.
Expert. There's an inside joke with Cowboy, and I think Chloe was in on it as well.
Oh, Lord.
How good of a swimmer are you?
Well, I know how to swim, I'll say that, but you wouldn't want me to be your lifeguard, so.
All right. Good. Cowboy's listening right now. He is probably
There you
laughing
go.
hysterically.
I'm about to say, I'll give him a nugget. Give him something to get him laughing before tonight's race.
That's right. Well, we get to do one of my favorite things again here tonight.
Oh Lord.
We get to talk about Paul Irvin's paint scheme.
Oh God, here we go.
Let me tell you, I love red. Red's probably one of my favorite colors. I also love black. Probably my second favorite color if I had to rank them 1 and 2.
Were you a fan of the Evernham schemes or whatnot?
As a matter of fact, when I race iRacing in the ARCA car, there's an Everham paint scheme on my ARCA car.
So you're accustomed to these schemes, being on a Chevy and stuff like that, and I bet I can tell where this is going.
Yeah. Chevy, Dodge. Everham ran a lot of Dodges.
Oh yeah.
The Toyota on the side of that thing.
Here we go.
Just doesn't work for me.
Doesn't sit.
Doesn't work for me.
I will say it is a nice looking scheme. Maybe if oh Lord, I'm not even sure. Cowboy out there in chat, I'm not dealing with you tonight, but but I mean, it is a very good-looking scheme. You know, I was always a fan of Dodge. I wish it'd come back to NASCAR, but that's another story for another time. But you know, we give Horn. I mean, not Horn. Sorry, you're on Jeremy Horn right now. But we give Irvin such a tough time about his paint schemes. Just, you know, we got to give him a little bit of credit. I mean, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And also on paint schemes, do you see what's back this week?
The old 38.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
looking at-
no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Fudge brownie M&M time, baby. Justin Anasagak breaking out the fudge brownie M&Ms. It's uncanny how much he looks like Kyle Busch. Just
It's like
uncanny.
they could be twins.
It really is. It's Justin Busch.
It works. It works.
And while we're talking about paint schemes, and we mentioned Litzenberger a little bit earlier, I think Litzenberger has an unlimited resource of Wood Brothers paint schemes.
I mean, have you seen their paint schemes over the years? It just works. It works.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Another great one broke out by Litzenberger here. Good to see. Speaking of paint scheme switcher-uppers, Joe Darnell, who I think is a Ryan Blaney fan. I'm not 100% sure, but has got a really good paint scheme on there after Ryan Blaney's win yesterday.
I don't know. I was talking to him the other day. He was kind of upset about the Brad Keselowski comment or whatnot. But yeah, I think he might be a little bit coming in with a little bit more motivation to put that 12 back in victory lane. We haven't seen that 12 reach victory lane since Daytona. So hey, you know, 12 got put in victory lane yesterday. I think Darnell may be looking and saying, hey, maybe it's my turn.
Might be the little bit of extra luck that he needed.
Exactly.
To get there.
Exactly. Right now, I'm also going to look in right there. Let's go look. Even though he's on pit road, I wanted to make sure I get this out of the way, and so I don't forget it. I made a commitment to it, and I'm not gonna forget it. But go look at Josh Arnold in that 22 machine. Even though he's sitting on pit road, talking about a new sponsor that he has right there. Box Cave Furniture is joining him in his team, and you can. They're currently looking for beta testers and brand ambassadors. Go check them out. BoxCaveFurniture.com, and right there you can see it on the side of that 22 machine. You might see it on a few more guys here tonight as well.
I like that paint scheme. I like that chrome that he's got there on the side with the blue. That got all the reflection of the lights that we could see right there. I like that scheme.
It looks really nice. I mean, it's not the usual Pennzoil scheme that we're used to looking at, but I mean, it definitely works. It definitely works.
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to Box Cave coming on board, man. That's awesome.
But going back to the action on track, we got about 14 minutes left of practice, and then we get all of our great segments in, like, you know, the one where we get to ruin somebody's race just by saying their name.
Absolutely. I look forward to it every Monday. I wake up every Monday morning and go, "Oh, we get to do picks."
About to say, I don't think any of the drivers wake up. I think they cross their fingers saying, I hope they don't pick me. I hope they don't pick me. I hope they don't pick me.
Right there, new paint schemes. Look at this one.
Coey coming out here in style.
Looking good. Looking slick. Grandpa Coey.
I've always been a fan of the Hendrick cars and the Hendrick numbers, so respect on that one. Flying down pit road though, Coey. I don't think that's pit road speed, buddy.
We're gonna have to have an admin go talk to Coey real quick. That is unsafe. All right.
Unsafe pit entry.
There are virtual pit crew members standing out there, and you could have caused a virtual injury.
Oh lordy! I was about to say I saw on Instagram the other day. I forget. I think it was in the build-up to the hype of Michigan, but somebody posted about the Mark Martin wreck. Before that really dangerous wreck, and it just it was one of those things that just relit one of the most famous pit road accidents in my mind or whatnot, being able to see that again.
I'm glad I don't remember that one.
I'm about to say, Coey, we don't need to recreate that one. We do not, my friend.
Got 29 drivers that have taken time so far. Looks like Carroll's in here, just hasn't made a lap yet. So hopefully, looks like we'll have 30 drivers tonight. So that's good. That's awesome. Gonna be good fun. Oh, speaking of flying down pit road, Mr. Lednam, sir. That's not good. Sir.
About to say, did we clock him? We may need to get Charlotte PD on him.
Yeah, we're gonna make some notes there.
How to enter pit road at Charlotte.
What are we? What is this? The All-Star race, or are we just coming down?
I was about to say that was the first thing I was thinking about. Roman's next. But that was the first thing I was thinking about. I'm like, are we doing the All-Star pit stops, or we're just flying down the pit road full speed? You gotta love these driver meeting antics. You gotta love them.
They're great. You want to roll hype video
right
now?
I was about to say, we were in the drivers meeting. We're having so much fun watching these guys. Let's head to the hype video.
Hype video. Man, they do such a great job in those hype videos. I know I say it every week, but they do such an awesome job at them. Shout out to Jim Coey and everybody here at NNR and One Minded Design that put that together for us every single week. Those are awesome.
Yeah, I mean, you're exactly right. We couldn't have the privilege to be able to do this without those guys. They make these guys on track look good with these amazing paint schemes. Putting together this series with a great group of drivers, just being able to see that right now. Roman, he's burning it down out there, so that is very impressive.
I'm thinking about something. So
oh Lord.
What I'm thinking about is maybe the reason why Roman has 4 wins, leading the list on wins this season, is he practices his burnouts.
Maybe. You got to be prepared for any situation, my friend.
So maybe he's just taking the Boy Scout motto, be prepared, and getting the burnout practice in before this race.
And it's leading to wins.
Yeah.
Now, if we say that and turn around after during the race and he ends up wrecking, I can't help you on that one. Right there, out there in chat, Streamlabs letting us know James Sheenwolf, I'm guessing that's going to be old Shane Wolf, just followed us here. So thank you very much for the follow, my friend. And yeah, thank you for joining the expert racing community.
When's he coming back to race?
I have no idea. I've heard rumors. I've heard a lot of talks. I have a lot of sources, and what my sources are telling me is that they don't know.
Come on, Bob Pockris, you need to do a better job than that. We need more. Us as the Twitch society need more than I have sources and nobody knows.
Oh, Lordy. But you gotta love it. It works, don't it?
You had me going there. I was on the edge of my seat. Like, oh, okay, cool. He knows when Wolfie's coming back. Let's hear it. I don't know. Okay.
Sorry to let you down on that one.
Kind of bummed me out. I'm a little bit bummed. You're going to have to get cheered up sometime in this next 8 minutes. Get ready for qualifying.
Well, of course, in these next 8 minutes, we do have the picks coming up. Actually, nope. I lied once again. We have qualifying after this 8 minutes, then we have the picks.
I definitely would like to see qualifying before I make any picks.
Yeah, definitely. But Repeat out there in chat, he's making sure Y'all are just messing with me tonight. He's saying an expert is never supposed to say, I don't know. Well, Pete, here's the problem. You spell expert with an E at the beginning. That should tell you everything you need to know.
That is correct.
I was about to say, I can't spell expert correctly, so that should tell you everything.
I really thought you had something for us. I thought you had inside info. You've been trolling up and down pit road, doing your Claire B. Lang, got your mic out, asking questions. I thought you had.
Are you talking about a grid walk?
I thought you were maybe grid walking.
Grid walking. I mean, it could happen. It could happen. We might grid walk sometime. And let's see. Everybody looks to still be in drivers' meetings, so that. Let's see. I was gonna see if I could pull somebody in here, but I don't know. We can't be doing that yet. But let me see. Maybe if I can message old Shane Wolf. Let's see if we can get a comment from him. That might be the best thing to do.
Yeah, drag him in here.
Let's see if gonna message him and see if he's on.
Somebody get Wolfie a press pass. Let's get him up here.
Yeah, get him a cart ride from pit road to the booth.
We need a cart and a press pass stat.
Oh lordy. Well, I know he's online on Discord. Let's see if he messages. But right now, these guys on track. I mean, you're in love with that 12 scheme tonight.
I dig it, man. I dig it. I dig that Ryan Blaney won yesterday, and it was an awesome race. I really enjoyed watching it. And I don't know. It's got the yellow, it's got the blue, it's got the red. I mean, it's just a rad paint scheme.
Right now, Pete saying pull the 21. Well, if we can pull James after the drivers' meeting, we will. It just depends on how much time we have between that and qualifying.
We will grid walk this thing. Pre-qualifying grid walk.
See, Pete's out there in chat saying, ask him if he'll be qualifying. Are you talking about at full speed or just qualifying at all?
Litzenberger?
Litzenberger.
He's gonna sandbag it. We all know that.
We know what happens.
Everybody knows he's sandbagging.
Man just wants, he just wants to be the biggest mover all race. Every race.
Are there points for that in this league?
There should be. I think he's going to pull for it next season.
If there were, he'd be the points leader by now.
Probably. Every single race, just, ding, 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 ding.
Oh, we got somebody else practicing burnouts down here.
Oh, Anderson got putting his bid in, and the last guy that was, I'd say, was able to challenge Roman really well at a track like this. You remember that side-by-side battle at Vegas for like 40 laps?
Unbelievable battle.
Hey,
Awesome.
About to say that 18 knows how to put up a fight at these tracks, so would not be surprised to see him go up there and give old Roman a challenge.
No, I would not be surprised either. And he's got his practice burnouts in, so
he's ready.
I think this is going to start affecting my picks, is who does and does not do practice burnouts.
Well, based on your history, I know that 18 probably doesn't want you to pick him.
That is true.
That started the fudge M&M thing. We're still waiting on M&Ms to contact us, so we're still just waiting.
Yeah, I actually sent another strongly worded email to M&M's this week. Said my shipping address has not changed. Where's the stuff, man?
Oh lordy. Well, talking about bringing the stuff, let's bring old James actually now in the booth since driver meeting is over. Okay. I knew it. I had a feeling before we did it that something like that was going to happen. Blair?
This is your fault. You did this.
Okay. Well, James, welcome to the booth, my friend.
What's up?
I can't even interview him now. That was just too funny. All right, James. Pete actually has a few questions for you out there in chat. One, he's asking if you'll be qualifying, and I'm assuming that means at full pace.
Yeah, I think we got a good shot at top 10. I really don't feel like battling through the field here.
I'm about to say, man, you know that we were talking about it just before we pulled you in here. We don't think biggest movers for points. I mean, Blair, I think we need to confirm that, but I don't think that's for points.
I'm still checking. I'm reading the rule book as we speak.
I mean, it's fun, but you know,
Because
it's eventually gonna bite me.
if that was a thing, I would think Litzenberger would be leading the points by now. If that was a thing.
Probably Nick Roman would not be close.
No, he never passes anybody. He sits on the pole, leads the laps.
Yeah, Lordy, you gotta love it. But James, thank you for coming in, making stuff lively. Of course, we're going to send you back so you can finish your lovely conversation.
Yeah, I'm done. Just give you guys a heads up. Track is super duper tight and tire wear is really rough right now, so might be an interesting race to watch.
About to say, I thought we heard that frustration out of you, but we're going to send you back to the race room. Yeah, we're going to send you on back. Good luck tonight, my friend.
Have fun, guys.
Oh, we need a ballpark on fuel.
Oh, shoot. Okay, well, let's get Strategy Man himself in here if we can find him.
Captain Strategy.
Where is he at? I don't even see Cowboy anywhere. This is not okay. Okay. Well, while we're waiting on him, let's go ahead and get the inside scoop. Oh, Shane Wolf, it is expert up in the booth before you have a chance to say anything. Do you have a copy, my friend?
Yes, sir. How y'all doing tonight, man?
We're having a great time up here in the booth. Our job security might have just taken a hit a few seconds ago, but it's okay. We got to get the inside scoop. Blair was wondering. My sources have not been working out. So tell me, my friend, when can we expect to see that beautiful 83 back out on track?
In about 75% load time. I'll be out there.
Oh!
Ooh, he's coming tonight.
Okay.
Yeah,
See,
so I'm coming in there with very little practice. I ran the Friday practice, but coming there tonight, we'll tear some stuff up.
Well, definitely good luck tonight, my friend. Now, see, Blair? See, we finally got the scoop. We got it done.
Yeah, man, I wouldn't expect much out of me tonight. I just walked in my door, so I don't have anything set up right. I usually race VR. I've been streaming lately, so I'm not running VR.
Don't you love how he said that at Phoenix? He said the exact same thing at Phoenix and almost won the next thing.
Yeah, it sounds like it's we found experts pick for this evening.
Yeah, well.
I wouldn't put too much faith in me, man.
Well, we're going to send you back up to the chat, man. Thank you for joining us up here in the booth. Good luck tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all.
All right, let's get him set back up there before we get in trouble. But, hey, we're going to be moving into qualifying here.
Qualifying time, buddy. It's time to see what we got. So, Shane Wolf gets 0. Am I coming through your mic? I hear an echo. Is that on my end?
Might be on your end. I'm not seeing myself getting lit up, so I don't see it.
Let me see what that hot mic's about. But, Shane Wolf gets 0 practice tonight. His first laps are going to be here in qualifying. So that's going to be exciting.
Definitely. I mean, we're going to be seeing it right now what he can do tonight. Definitely. He underrated himself at Phoenix, almost won the race. So let's see how he does tonight. And see if he can get in for qualifying, run a few laps. I think we need to I agree. We need to get a fuel count for this one. So let's go and see. Can we find them? Yes. Let's go look at this. Let's see if we can pull old Arnold in here, last week's winner, and see if we can talk to him. Josh Arnold, it is expert and Blair up in the booth. You got a copy?
I do.
All right, my friend. To be honest, we're pulling you up here because we need a fuel count. What's your strategy? What are we looking at tonight for these guys as far as the pit cycle?
I think you could go around 35, 40 laps comfortably and then work your way from there. But really just here at the beginning, stay out as long as possible so you don't get trapped a lap down in case something crazy happens.
Well,
your speed differential is kind of looks like Bristol last week, honestly. So
Well, that's good news for you at least, because you're coming off the win last week. You're coming into this race. Can we expect to see that 22 with that new beautiful paint scheme in victory lane?
we're certainly going to try. We're going to try to save some tires at the beginning of these runs. You know how I do, and then see how it plays out at the end. Got a real fast truck once we get past 15 laps on the run. So.
But you heard it here. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen, from J-Paw himself. We talked about it earlier, but you're probably more in tune to mention about it once again. So go ahead. We talked about it earlier, but I'm going to hand it off to you. You want to talk about your new sponsor?
Yeah, Box Cave Furniture at Box Cave Dweller on Twitter. Yeah, they're looking for brand ambassadors and people to test out their product, beta testers. So definitely look them up, boxcavefurniture.com. Me and actually Cole Snyder has the same paint scheme, or not same, but same sponsor tonight. So, just one little plug, Box Cave Furniture, climb in.
All right.
What
Well,
kind
you
of
hear.
furniture does Box Cave have over there?
It is definitely for gamers, for drivers. Yeah, so I want everybody who is interested in iRacing, even NASCAR Heat or something like that, or NASCAR 21, whatever's new. Forza. I mean, there's multiple games out there. All the good games that you can race on. You can absolutely use the Box Cave, and it's just really nice. It looks like really nice furniture. You really wouldn't like it. Your girlfriend, your wife is not gonna mind it being right there in the middle of in the living room, because it just folds out. You race, fold it back in. Family comes over, kids playing on playing on the top of it, and it's pretty safe. So.
Well, he probably just outdone me as far as promos right there on pitching products. So, Josh, you can have my spot.
No.
But definitely, good luck once again here tonight, man. Go get it, and we're going to send you back to your race room. Good luck, man.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate you coming out and broadcasting us.
Well, definitely appreciate you putting on the show out there tonight, my friend. But Blair, qualifying is ending in about a minute, and right now Paul Irvin beating out Nicholas Vroman for the pole.
Yeah, Vroman second right now. Paul Irvin with a fast lap. We're watching Litzenberger here, watching him sandbag his lap. P19 for Litzenberger, so that's good. So traditions carry on. Lednum looks like he hit the wall here. He's got quite a bit of damage to the side of that 37 truck. Good gravy.
Definitely not what he wanted to see, I will tell you that.
No, that is not ideal. Oh boy, look who's on track. 83.
Oh, here we go.
83, One Mind to Design, Mullet Mafia, Silverado out here.
You gotta love it.
Good thing it's a night race, so he's not wearing his pit vipers. And either he blinked or I blinked, or qualifying finished. That's what happened. Qualifying finish. Okay, good. Good.
Well, to give you a complete rundown of the qualifying order, we're going to have Irvin, Vroman, Anisagot, Bain, and McQuaid being your top five. Then it's going to be Smith, Nick Trader, Cardwell, Drew Trader, and Arnold rounding out the top 10. Then it's Robertson, Darnell, Meredith, Cowboy, Tyndall. We've been saying it wrong the whole time. I owe him an apology.
I heard
it's
that.
Tyndall.
I heard that.
So that's going to be your top 15. Then it's going to be Quimby, Snyder, Quinones, Lednum, and Litzenberger, the top 20. Diltz, Hampton, Ryan Shiro, and then T. Shiro right behind him. You have Carroll, Burt, Shane Wolf, Horn, Kobe, Lewis Jr., Boone, Boehner, Crowell, and Coe rounding out the rest of the field.
All right, it's pick time. Pick time.
Okay, so you picked first last week, correct?
I believe I did.
Okay. Well, looking at qualifying and looking at what we've talked about so far, I really like You know, my favorite driver, he drives this number.
Oh boy.
So I'm kind of excited about this. He's been hit or miss a lot of times. He looks like he can get to victory lane and looks like he can definitely pull off a win. So I'm excited to see about Paul Urban here tonight. I think if he can out-qualify Roman and keep in that clean air, which Roman constantly says is what makes him so great, hey, you've already got a win right there in my book. So definitely, I think that 9 we could see in victory lane here tonight.
I like it. It's a great pick. Absolutely fantastic pick. I like it. Good pick. Who am I going to go with?
People are crossing their fingers right now.
I know. Everybody's not me. I really, really, really want to pick Nick Trader, but I'm not picking Nick Trader this week. I talked about him towards the top of the show. The brother of Nick Trader, Drew Trader. We've seen a lot of speed out of Drew. He got a P2 last week. He's got a little bit of momentum on his side. So I'm going to be taking the 25 of Drew Trader tonight.
Well, goes off of a second last week, and he's coming. You picked one of the Trader brothers at least, so it works.
Hey, you know. I almost picked Shane Wolf, but I decided that'd be with 0 practice to speak of. That seems like I'd be wasting a pick. Now watch, this might not age well.
Somebody clip it out there and chat what he just said.
Mm-hmm.
And if Shane Wolf goes ahead and wins this thing,
150 laps from now, Shane Wolf might be sitting in victory lane, and they go, "Yeah, that didn't age well at all."
Even if he sits in the top 3, I'm just saying.
Yeah. We'll see.
Lordy.
I hope everybody has a good run. It's time to go. Pace car is going to be ducking in this time.
And right here,
oh,
we are
not tucking in.
Well,
Extra
you saved
lap. Extra
you
lap.
saved me from it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I got you, buddy.
About to say, don't want to waste another one of the boogeties.
No. All right. Lights are out on the pace track. Probably ducking in this time.
Maybe. Oh, Lordy. Right there, 18 viewers out there in chat, though. Thank you once again, guys. We are nearing the start of the NNR iRacing Truck Series here at Charlotte. And, of course, we've already got our picks in. And now it's time for these guys to go to work here. 150 laps around the home of NASCAR, and these guys are definitely excited for it. I mean, this is more of a bragging rights race for these guys. Everybody wants to win here at Charlotte.
Oh, absolutely. This, this race here is one of the ones that everybody wants to win. Everybody wants to say that they've won at Charlotte. This is a big one.
Well, right now these guys are getting set up and ready as we head through turns 3 and 4. Of course, they're thinking about their keys to victory. How do they get to the front? How do they stay to the front in this 150 laps? No mistakes. Stay calm and be ready here for these guys. Right now, the iRacing pace truck pulling off, and these guys are getting set and ready to go green. And Blair, for the 10th time this season, we're going to say, boogity, 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 let's go racing, boys.
Great start by Paul Irvin there on the bottom. Gets the jump on Nicholas Roman, so he's got the clean air like you just spoke about before the green flag drops. Roman's hanging on the outside, hanging on that quarter panel, going through too.
Right here, Irvin's got to surrender it. Roman with a run down the back straightaway, help from the 18 up top. Let's see what happens here in 3 and 4. Side by side, once again, the 18 is holding it right there. The 9 looks like he was sliding a little bit, but able to hang on to the momentum. This time by lap 1, the 9's able to lead it, but Roman holding tough on the outside. These guys going to dive it down once again, and the 95, what a huge run there in 1 and 2. He slingshots to the front.
That's the last thing the 9 wants to see right now is the 95 getting around him here on lap 2. But 9 falls right back in line. He's still got help with Anna Sagak there in the 18. 9 starting to peak to the high side. Let's see what he's got on the top side. right back in line as they come across the stripe.
And right there, Roman, he's making that truck wide. He's able to go back to the high side here in 1 and 2. And these corners, they are very, very different. It looks like the bottom's better in 3 and 4, and the top side looking pretty strong in 1 and 2. Is that a consensus for a lot of these guys here?
That's what it's looking like early, my friend. So we're seeing the 18 coming down to help the 9 on the bottom this time through. He was behind the 95 on the top last time they were side by side. Let's see how this plays out as we head down into 1 and 2.
Right here, this field starting to get spread out a little bit, though. Arnold so far has moved up a few spots here in this top 10. He's now up to 6th after starting 10th. And right here, got to look through and see if we can spot a biggest mover as of yet. Don't think we'll find one. I think he may be the biggest mover right now, tied with Litzenberger, both moving up 4 spots.
Yeah, I got some movement around here in the back, but this battle side by side, very Vegas-esque right here. Seeing this side-by-side battle for 5 laps so far here at Charlotte.
We talked about it, but right now it looks like that 9 throwing the block on the 18, looking for a push. This is very Michigan-esque from what we saw in the real-life race yesterday. These guys taking pushes and needing runs to be able to make anything happen up to this point. And you're seeing it right here that 9 is going to be very dependent on whatever that 18 does and if he can stay in the draft of that 95.
Yeah, 9 doing a good job. He just gets back in line. Him and the 18 right there, nose to tail. 95 starting to pull away just a little bit here.
And that's really going to hurt these guys right now. The one thing that 9 needs is the 18 on his back bumper down these straightaways, but these guys are just not able to close up enough right now. I think that's mainly because the 18 just doesn't have the corner speed that he needs. He's in the dirty air of the 9, not really able to get some clean air. Maybe we could see these guys try some lane changes in the corner, see if they can't get hooked up.
Now we're taking a look here off the back of the 9. 18's got a pretty good run down the back stretch here as they go into 3 and 4. 18's running just a little bit lower. Real good view right there.
Definitely, and that 18, he's looking for any type of clean air he can get. But that 9 right back to the 95 once again. Can he make a move?
Looks like the 77 and 22 are going at it back here for our next battle. This battle is for 5th. 77 and McQuaid on the high side, 22 are Arnold on the bottom side. Looks like 77 might have him clear, but 22 strong on the straightaway here.
Yeah, definitely using the side draft to his advantage. Not really going up and pressing the issue yet, but definitely you can see that 22 holding on strong on the bottom. And right now, these guys, they've stayed pretty packed together up to this point. Haven't really seen, we've seen a few gaps built up, but not much as far as anything else. And right now, battle for second, Anisagok saying, hey, I can't wait behind you any longer. He's making a pass on Irvin.
Anisagok goes to the bottom side, clears the 9 in 2. He's going to start taking the battle to the back of the 95 now.
Yeah, and right now I think that might have been just a communication thing between the 9 and the 18 trying to work together. It seems like that 9 is more readily available to try to push that 18, and we know how strong that 18 is at these tracks, especially against that 95.
Yeah, 18's got a good run going on here. Justin Anisagok and the Fudge Brownie M&M Toyota. So we got 2 Toyotas nose to tail, chasing down that 4 of Roman.
And right now, what's interesting enough to talk about, Roman, at first, he originally was registered to run in a Toyota. Of course, setup problems at Atlanta forced a change for him, and he was able to go out there and win in Ford, and he just hasn't switched back.
Yeah, I've been in Ford since Atlanta. Seems like a good choice so far with 4 wins on the season, leading the points.
Definitely, and right now that 18 looking to try to chase him down still. as the rest of the field, it looks like these guys are getting single file still. A few battles throughout the back of the pack.
Yeah, we're looking at one here. We got the 18 of Tyndall, 21 of Litzenberger, 17 of Meredith. All these guys are right here in together. This is happening back here about P10. Trader Brothers side by side there. You see just on the front side of this pack, 25 on the bottom, 56 on the top.
And right now that 18 battle for the lead side by side, him and Roman.
'18 with a good run, was able to get down there to the inside, so he's going to take the battle to 95 to the bottom of 1 and 2. See what kind of momentum he can hold through 1 and 2 here. 9's kind of splitting the difference between the two. Not a whole lot of drafting help either way from Paul Irvin and the 9.
Down the back straightaway though, he's going to give that help to the 95. And right now I would expect him in the corner to try to help that 18, but it looks like he's going to still be indifferent. Not sure. That 9 just doesn't look like he can hold the bottom. That looks to be a big struggle for him. That might be costing him a lot of momentum.
Yeah, and but the good news is he might be staying up a groove here just to save a little bit of tire, putting a little bit less wheel in it as the 16 of Bain starts working the inside of the 9.
Yeah, and right now you can see these guys getting side by side. That 18 really bringing the fight to the 95. We talked about this track being similar to Vegas. Well, we're seeing these battles being similar to Vegas. I mean, how many laps did these guys run side by side?
It was 30-40 laps. I mean, it was a good long time. We saw the 18, the 95 go at it side by side at Vegas just a few weeks ago. Here we are back now at Charlotte. Same kind of battle going on as Anna Sagat kind of gave up the battle and got back in line.
Yeah, but now he's going to put the pressure to the back bumper and try to see if he can find a way to draft by the 95. They got to find a way, in my opinion, take that 95 off the high side.
Yeah, I think passing him on the high side is going to be the way to go. He's so strong up there. He's working that line really well. We've seen these guys try the bottom quite a few times here. We've seen the 18 and the 9 both try the bottom. Not able to get around the 95 yet on the bottom side. '16 had a pretty good run on Irvin right there. Just didn't have quite enough to get underneath of him, so the 9 stays in line with Anasagok down the front straight.
Right now, this is probably the best run that 18 has had into 1, able to get his nose out in front, but still just not able to carry the momentum as of yet.
Let's head back here to the 9 and let's get an in-car view, see what he's looking at as these two battle it out for the lead right ahead of him.
And you can see that change in the banking and elevation really making a difference for these drivers. And right now that 95 enjoying that top line. Now the 9 making the move on the 18. 95 going down to the bottom though.
Yeah, 95 clears the 18. 9's going to be looking to the top side. Let's see how strong the 9 is on the top side as he's running against Justin Anasagok down here to turn 1 and 2.
But now Anasagok has the help from the 95, it looks like, but the 9 still running strong on the top side, and look at the run that he gets. 9 and 16, both huge runs down the back straightaway, and that's 2 spots that 18 just lost.
Yeah, 18's going to have to shuffle back to 4th here, get back in line. He's just going to have to take his medicine right here, get back to the 16's bumper. Looks like topside's king so far here, 21 laps into this thing.
Well, you're definitely seeing it right now with these guys, and it looks like, especially when you're side by side, you mentioned that the high side is king, but you see with these guys get single file, they're pretty content on running the bottom. So you can see the difference here, but that 9 really trying to really trying to move up the track a little bit, trying to find a run to get to the high side of this 95. And you can see on the straightaways, you can see that 95 really is able to block it pretty well. His main concern is keeping those guys behind him in dirty air.
Yeah, big thing for the 95 is stay wide right here. We'll take a look back here a little further in the back. We see Tyndall and Shiro going at it. This is for P16 right here.
And a huge hornet's nest behind these guys. And look at that, the 83 moving up through the field right behind them.
83 moving up, 92. Good looking paint scheme on the 92 tonight. Look at that thing.
I know, that looks, and this is, you know, no pun intended, it looks kind of fiery.
It's hot. It's hot.
Definitely, you gotta love it though. That 83, he's pushing the issue though. That 33 getting loose in front of him, he had to check up.
33 had a handful of steering wheel going every direction. Bain here, he's got it in the 16 truck. He's got it up here to P2. Sorry we missed that pass as we were looking at the battle back here, but get you back updated on the leaders. You still got Roman out front, Bain up to P2, Roman 3, Anasagok 4, McQuaid rounding out the top 5.
Right here, still looking at this battle behind 3 wide now down the back straightaway here. Carroll, the 84 and the 33 all going 3 wide, and it looks like right now the 84 might have an issue. He's been dropping spots pretty quickly. That's going to be Boris Smith in that 84. Not sure if he's having an issue, but he's losing a lot of ground.
Looking at the nose of the 84, looks clean. The tail looks fairly clean. Left side's great, but he is falling. Jeremy Horn goes around him there. 84 is dropping back.
Right now working on getting to the front. The 12 up Dardanelle all over the back bumper, he's got a mirror full to say the least of the 88 and 92 right now as these guys battle it out. Now 88 and 12 side by side. What a battle for some of these guys back here in the back of the pack.
Yeah, this battle's back here for P15. Some of the hardest racing that we're seeing on the track right now. Roman's still leading out front, then Bain, then Irvin, then Anasagok, just to keep you guys updated with the leaders. But this battle is on for P15. James Shanewolf, we talked about him pre-race. We talked to him pre-race, actually. Up 10 spots so far. Boone there in the 38. He's up 12 spots so far. So a lot of these guys having good runs and making their way through the pack.
Definitely Boone has been our biggest mover as well. But we talk about the guy who's usually the biggest mover. Litzenberger up to 11th as well, moving up 9 spots.
Litzenberger on the move right now. Biggest faller is Cardwell. See if he's got any damage on that truck. He's falling back 19 spots so far. Let's take a look, see if we can see anything here on the 7. Not seeing anything from our angle. Ooh, there might be a little right side damage on there. Oh, yes, there is. Yeah, it looks like Cardwell got in the outside wall, so that's where his damage came from.
Definitely, if you're him, that's not what you want to see. A huge drop in points, but these guys continuing to battle here up here for P15. Boone making his way through the field. He's going fast and furious up to the front. Now getting help on the bottom side from that 83 as he looks to get around Tyndall.
Yeah, 83 and 92 basically switched spots. They were high and low one time, then flip-flop.
And right now, that 38 now up 15 spots as he moves into P15 as he's going to try to keep it rolling here and moving moving back up to the front. A huge gap for Roman now. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, he's got 0.2 of a second there over Bain in the 16. Then Anasagak, Irvin, Arnold, McQuaid, Robertson, Nick Trader, Meredith, and Drew Trader rounding out the top 10.
Yeah, he's built up a pretty secure gap. Doesn't have to worry about the runs, and now he's just taking advantage of the clean air. And right now, that 16 really doesn't have any help to get back up to him. He's lost the help of the 18 and the 9 behind him.
Yeah, and we're about 8 or 9 laps based on the estimate we got in pre-race from our first round of green flag pit stops.
And we've seen so far this season only one time. If you're seeing this battle right now and you're thinking, okay, well the 95's got this one. I wish we had the clip from Chicago to show you the difference that a pit road stop, especially under green, can make.
Yeah, absolutely. That really changed the outcome of Chicagoland for the 95 and the 56 of Nick Trader. They both had a pretty rough go at the green flag pit stop there.
And now the 95 still holding on to the lead right now. The 16 just trying to stay in his tire tracks up to this point. But going back through the field, it looks like McQuaid and Robertson about to tango for position right there. It looks like for P6, these guys are really starting to get together.
Yeah, I got McQuaid, Robertson, that's Josh Arnold right in front of that battle. Nick Trader right behind it. Arnold running 5th, so that's 5, 6, 7, and 8 right there, all in together, running real tight, kind of like the lead pack is.
And right now, if you're McQuaid, he's been building momentum. You got to be happy about where you're at in terms of positioning right now. You're in amongst a lot of these guys, in between 2 winners so far. So that's got to be a confidence booster to have the speed of some of the guys that have won this season, knowing that, hey, that could be the 77's future as well.
Absolutely. It's a really good spot to be in. He's showing a lot of speed here tonight, the 77. We've all seen the speed out of the 22. We've seen it out of the 64. We've seen it out of the 56. So good to see it out of the 77 and McQuaid tonight. A couple guys in the back of the pack taking their pit stops now. Lednam, Crowell, both on pit road.
Expecting to see a lot of these guys start to move down pretty soon. I want to keep a camera on the 19. He'll let us know when these guys need to start heading down.
Where did the 19 go? Where did he go?
He's currently P14.
Hey, right there, that number 19. There he is.
Yep.
There's so many number 19s, it's hard to find the right one.
But old Cowboy, he's going to be the strategy caller, that we're going to say. He's going to throw a wrench in anything strategical wise. We saw it at Vegas. Wouldn't be surprised to see it here. It's basically every race there's 3 things guaranteed. Roman at the front, the 19 with a strategy call, and yeah, a lot of fun up here in the booth. That's 3 things you can guarantee.
I was going to add a great finish to that.
Oh yeah, that as well. So there you go, 4 things.
So if Roman's in, that gives the lead to the 16. Cowboy we saw staying out. Bain in the 16's got the lead. So Bain, Anasagak out here leading the race right now. Bain's going yet another lap. Anasagak's coming this time in the 18 truck. Robertson's coming. Arnold's coming.
And right now, the idea for a lot of these guys, Cowboy's coming as well. The idea for a lot of these guys, especially if you're the 16, try to trap some of these guys a lap down and hope for a caution. That's not a bad strategy whatsoever.
Yeah, the 16, he's in the run long stage, so he needs to run until that thing is almost out of gas. And looks like that's now. So 16 coming down pit road, our leader down pit road.
And right now, with my strategy and what I'm looking at right here, we're looking at these guys are going to have to split this race in several different ways, trying to get it to around lap 40, at least lap 35, I'd say, maybe 36 is the idea for a lot of these guys to be able to make it on this strategy, to make it to the end. And whoop, what did I say? The yellow flag is out. We have a caution, ladies and gentlemen, and Bain was still the leader at the time of caution, so that's a win-win for him.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to start talking about Paul Irvin beating Roman off pit road, but now everything's changed.
Oh, most certainly. And that, I believe the 16 will still be our leader as well, as Paul Irvin did not catch him. So 16, he goes down, gets 4 fresh, and still maintains the lead. How about that?
That's what our caution is for right here. Quimby, 36 truck, coming off pit road. Passes the speed cone. And I don't know if his virtual pit crew left him with a virtually loose wheel or if he just gassed it up a little too hard and got her sideways, but that's what brought out the caution, best I can tell.
Definitely maybe a little anxious to get up to the gears. Charlotte is known for a very slick surface. We've talked about it, and it's not just on track. You're seeing it right there. It's also off the exit of pit road and even on entry as well.
Yeah, the Charlotte pit road's a little tricky on and off. It's not one of the it's not the hardest on the circuit. Like tracks like Kansas are incredibly hard getting off pit road, but entry into Charlotte, that is a tricky one. So we got a little mix up here at the front now.
Yep.
Got Bain, Irvin, Vroman, Anisagak, Robertson, Quinones, who stayed out long, McQuaid, Arnold, Nick Trader, Meredith, Drew Trader, Boone, Snyder, Cowboy, Horn, Smith, Kobe, Shane Wolf, Lednam, and Shiro. Top 20.
Right now, I think the person that gained the most off of that incident had to be either Quinones or Boone, who now Boone since 12th, still our biggest mover. Quinones moving up off of just that call right there, 12 spots.
Yeah, that staying out long worked out pretty well for some of these guys. You gotta imagine everybody staying out here under this caution as we were just working green flag pit stops, so be shocked to see if any of these leaders come down pit road as the 95 fakes us out.
See, but it also hurt a lot of these guys as Litzenberger. He drops from he gridded up at 20th. He is now currently running 30th.
He's just sandbagging it.
To the final run?
Yeah, just sandbagging it. It's the first run, man.
Okay. It makes sense.
Yeah, we don't have to go fast yet. Still 108 laps left in this thing. No reason to go fast yet.
But right here, the biggest question is, we know these guys are capped on tires. If you just went down and you're at the back of the pack, is there any way you come back down, maybe top it off on fuel, don't get tires, and just, or maybe for some of the guys that have damage, come down, get that damage repaired under caution? You know, you lose track position, but you got the damage repaired. You got more fuel in the car, and that could help you in terms of strategy. Maybe eliminating an extra pit stop you might need or something like that if this keeps going.
Absolutely. If I'm in the back of this pack, I'm definitely, and if I have any damage at all, I'm definitely coming down, taking fuel, fixing damage. If I'm in the back of the pack, no damage, I'm coming down for a splash just to see if I can do the extra lap, because we saw the going long strategy worked out so well this last time. I'd want to be set up for it next round of pit stops.
Well, right now these guys all getting set up here under caution to go for another run. And my biggest question, what are some of the key things that you've seen tonight from some of these guys that make you think, okay, this is the position you need to be in to go out here and win? What are some of the things that you've noticed that have helped guys get to the front and stay at the front?
Big thing that I've seen so far is this high side. The power on the high side so far with these runs Some of these leagues will let the leader choose which lane they want to restart in, either high or low, and that doesn't screw up on iRacing here. We don't have a choose cone in iRacing yet, which I hope it doesn't come, but we don't have it yet. So if I was Bane and this league allowed it, I would definitely be on the high side here for this restart. And if he's going to restart on the bottom, you're going to have to watch out for Paul Irvin, Justin Anasagak up there on that high side coming through.
I'm about to say if if it is available for him to choose the high side, I would not be surprised to see him go with the high side, as a few of these guys are ending up passing the pace truck.
Yeah, I'm not sure what we're doing here passing the pace truck. Obviously, we don't have access to race control to know exactly what's going on, but pace lap's just not really in the cards for some of these guys here tonight. They said we want to go back to green flag racing, so that's what we're gonna do.
And it looks like right now admin's just extended the caution. So what I'm assuming is that the pace truck did not pick up the right driver.
You'll have that. You'll have that in big time iRacing from time to time. Makes for interesting scenarios here sometimes. So I'm guessing these guys are getting wave arounds. Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, it looks like these guys are getting waves. I don't really understand the point of that. If you're going to wave the leaders, there'll be a lap up, and then if you're going to wave the lap down guys, they'll get their lap back, but if you wave both, the sum is net zero. So, I'm confused. Caution's out for the broadcast team. We need to get them a wave around so they get back on the lead lap.
About to say, we may just need to get back on track.
We're going to have to change the name of this station from Expert to Lap Down Broadcasting.
We're a little bit slow over here, so it's okay.
A little bit. We'll be all right. We'll make it eventually at some point.
We'll manage. Well, right now, from what it's showing us, even though he scored 29th, James Shanewolf is leading the pack around behind the pace truck.
Yeah. Lights are still on the pace truck, obviously. Not going green that time.
And he is he's on the lead lap, so would he be scored as the leader currently?
I think he's tail end of lead lap.
He's currently on my side. He's being scored 29th, tail end of lead lap. But if he's in front of all of these guys on the lead lap, would that... You gotta love iRacing and glitches.
Yeah. Looks like we have some sort of funky little iRacing deal going on. And when you're driving in iRacing or broadcasting in iRacing, it's kind of hard to understand what exactly is going on here. These drivers, they all have little things that pop up in front of them that tell them what they need to be doing. Stay in line behind so-and-so. How many laps to go under caution. So these drivers just need to rely on what iRacing's telling them right now, and hopefully we get this thing figured out.
For any of the guys that went down and maybe took a splash of fuel, though, they're probably pretty happy right now.
Yeah, lights are out on the pace car, so the pace car is coming in. Are we going to get the green flag here?
I'm unsure. We did get the green flag. Technically, we are back green, but I think these guys are going to try to sort it out themselves. Ladies and gentlemen, this is green flag race.
I am not envious of race control right now at all. Anybody on the admin team, I am not jealous of any of those people.
And now the yellow flag has been rethrown to try to assist race control at this point.
So you hear the 83 gassing up. He's tail into the lead lap. So when the pace truck comes out, he'll have to pass it anyway. So smart move by him going around now. We should be good now. As soon as we catch the pace truck.
You know who this extra caution helps out? Crowell.
Crowell. Gonna get another. He's gonna get the lucky dog here.
Yep.
Really helps him out. Yeah, and it puts Tyndall in the lucky dog position. So Crowell should get the wave around here. Then that should put Tyndall in the lucky dog position. Lights are still on in the pace car. I'll be right back for the green flag action.
Right now, though, these guys are trying to get set up once again. You can see the 83 trying to get around if you can see the timing. Now he gets back to the back of the pack, and pit road's going to be open now, so a lot of guys going to be heading down, trying to get splash fuel, maybe some damage repaired. So this is where we're going to see these guys try to pull some strategy as far as later in the race. So right now you see a lot of guys just getting some splashes, maybe some damage, and they're going to be exiting pit road. But for the 16, he's going to be able to be in the lead now.
Unlike Dale Jr. at Indy, I'm not on a scissor lift.
Lordy.
Did you listen to the Dale Jr. download when he was talking about that?
I haven't been able to yet, but I'm looking forward to it now.
It's pretty good. Alright, how about lights off on the pace truck? Nope, not this time. Okay, another couple laps caution here.
Working on it. We're working on it, okay?
We're getting good at it though. We're getting really good at these caution laps.
You gotta look at improvement any way you can, my friend.
Absolutely, a lot of flash bulbs going off out there. In the stands. Virtual fans here at Charlotte Motor Speedway taking a lot of pictures. I see if lights don't go out on the pace car this time, we see if we can get somebody up here for an interview.
I was about to say, that might be an idea we have to go with.
Yeah. So let's see, as we come around this time, see if lights go out on the pace truck, which signals 1 to go, which means we'll get back to the green flag action. We'll see what happens with Paul Irvin on the high side and Bain on the bottom.
And this is going to be a very exciting restart. Certainly. And lights are out.
Lights are out. Let's go double file, boys. Let's get this thing ready to go.
I'm about to say, I think these guys are tired of pacing around.
Reach up there, pull them belts tight. Let's go.
And it's going to be exciting. We're now technically a third through this race, so.
Hopefully we don't get an issue like the Truck Series did this weekend at Gateway and the lights go out on us.
That would not be good, not at all.
No. Those headlights on the front of these trucks, they're just stickers. They don't work.
Somebody better make sure they paid the light bill.
You know, I was just looking up at the big Jumbotron there on the backstretch and saw some donuts and burnouts. I don't know if that's a replay of Vroman in practice or if we finally got that Tokyo Drift you ordered.
Well, I'm just excited that we're about to be going back green. I'm sure these guys are. Right now, this 16, though, it's going to be interesting. What do you think is going to happen on this restart? We're about to find out.
Yeah, I think this high side is going to be king right here, but we'll see as we go down into turn 1. 16 gets a really good jump, gets in front of the 9 to block that run on the high side. 9's moved up 2 lanes way on up there. 95
Whoa!
coming on strong.
And that 16 tried to clear. He's going to be able to clear, not by much, but able to keep that 95 from getting to the high side. That's what he's got to do.
I did not expect that. I thought the 9 and the 18 with the high side had the preferred line there. I thought they were going to be able to get outside and battle the 16 for the lead. Bottom side went really strong with the 16 to 95, so 16 on point.
Right here, the 95 looking for a way to carry a run past this 16. And here we go to the bottom.
Looking for that clean air that he talks about every time we interview him. He's looking to the bottom side, has to get back in line up off of turn 4. Go down the front stretch right in behind the 16. Let's see if he tries it again down here in turn 1 and 2, or if he's just going to hold the line.
Right here, if you look off of exit, that 95 tries to get up higher off of exit than the 16. Didn't get it that time. The 16 doing a great job keeping that 95 in dirty air.
Yeah, that 16's doing an awesome job. He's holding down that bottom, moving up, blocking runs from the top. He's doing a great job out here. Bain leading this thing, looking great.
And they've already gotten some separation from the rest of the pack, but this 95 doing everything. He's looking for every way around this 16.
Yeah, 95's going to work here, seeing what he can do to get around this 16. We've seen him look low a couple of times. That didn't work out for him. Let's see if he's going to start looking high, as 16's been holding the bottom pretty strong these past couple laps. Nothing doing yet up here at the front.
Litzenberger, who restarted P30, he's now all the way up back in P17. Let that sink in.
There you go. 21 truck making moves, getting back up to the front. See a battle here brewing between the 28, the 12, and the 92. This is back here for 22nd position. See the 83, Shane Wolf moving up there past the 71 of Hampton. Woo-hoo-hoo, almost a little contact right there.
You see Litzenberger just in frame right there in front of these guys as well. As he's setting up to get around old Ryan Shiro as well.
Yep, Shiro's right there. You got Forrest Smith in the 84, who we saw slow earlier. Looks like he's got whatever problem he had fixed, as he's getting back up here and running strong up in the top 20.
Right now you can see all these guys jockeying for position. That 83 about to go on the attack of the 84 though, as he's closing in now.
I'm trying to see if the 83's got damage to the back bumper.
It looks like, yeah, it looks like he that back bumper might have been moved a little bit.
Up there by the spoiler, looks like there's a little bit of a crinkle.
Yeah, on that right side.
Yep.
Yep, I'm looking at it right here with the far chase cam. You can definitely tell.
Yeah, definitely not straight at all. Oh yeah, got some right rear damage there on the 83. Good view of it.
And what type, we've seen similar types of damage on other trucks here tonight. What does that do to the overall feel of the truck, especially at a place like Charlotte where the handling of the truck is so vital?
Yeah, it's going to affect the side force on this truck. When he goes down there in the corner, he's not going to have as much stability when the air gets on the side of that truck. Also, if somebody gets to the outside of him, that might be dangerous. We got a caution.
And caution is out. Not sure what just happened there.
Take a look here.
Oh, on the front straightaway behind the leaders, and oh, that's the 7 of Cardwell.
Hate to see it for Cardwell. And I don't think it was his fault. It looks like somebody else was here.
I believe that's the 54.
Yep, Crowell bounces off the wall, comes down, hits the side. He almost had it saved. Spins a Roonies. Puts it in the rinse cycle. Big spin down the front straightaway.
About to say, even though I know that's not what he wanted, I think Booker T would be proud.
Ooh.
Hitting you with that throwback, huh?
Nice Booker T reference, my guy. Well, let's see here. We've run a couple of laps. Oh, we ran a handful of laps under caution. Run some under green. What are we going to do as far as pit stops? We coming in? We staying out? What goes on?
Right now, the 16 hinted at going in, but he's going to stay out. I'd imagine, though, if you're behind the leader, you might see a few guys going in, see a handful of guys going in. So right now, definitely not a bad strategy call if you're one of these guys. Roman actually went in. He decided to go in and go get some new tires. And same with McQuaid. He went in. Smith, Lednum, Litzenberger, Darnell, Ryan Shiro, Carroll, Cardwell, a bunch of guys, especially in the back of the pack, taking that strategy call. But interesting to see Roman giving up so much track position to get new tires.
That is interesting. That is interesting. We'll see how this plays out for the 95. Gave up a ton of track position, which we've been seeing a lot of passing here so far, but it's not easy going when it comes to the passing. So giving up that track position might be a little bit scary for the 95.
And, I mean, this may be a strategy call to basically save fuel, because the idea here with this stop, you're around lap 60. I'd say go ahead and say saving fuel around lap 65 is going to be the idea of the start of this run. You would have about 5 laps, in my opinion, to save, barring the next 2 pit stops you're going to have to make.
Yeah, there's 2 more stops from here. Leaders might be on 3. Just trying to do the math here and calculate it out.
I think the leaders are guaranteed on 2 that they're going to have to make. I believe right now, especially if you're Roman, if you're able to save enough, you might be able to make it on 1. That's a huge question mark, though.
That is correct. Your math is way better than my math. Expert math wins.
Right here out there in chat, though, and we may be overthinking this completely. Stout Whiskey just saying out there in chat a simple statement: give me tires.
I don't blame them. The way tires were here at Charlotte. But then again, track position, man, it's that's a tough call. That's a tough call.
And but I don't think I'm wrong in this assumption. I don't think we're done seeing cautions by a long shot.
No, sir. No, sir.
Not at all.
No, sir.
About to say Charlotte's known for some wild racing, and I think this just the beginning. We've seen these guys. This top three has mainly worked to try to get around Roman. Well, now he's eliminated from the equation. So are we about to see some boys have at it?
He's eliminated from the equation as of right now.
Yeah, that good to add that in there.
As of right now. He's going to be restarting P13 on fresh tires. So he's not that far back. Looks like lights are out on the pace truck. Now what do you think is going to happen on the restart? Do you think the 18 could get the jump on the 16, work that high side, or do you think that 16 had such a good restart last time that he's going to do more of the same?
It's a coin toss, but in my opinion, I feel like out of the trucks up front, I feel like the 18 is probably the fastest one.
Yeah, I think if you're in the 16 truck, you're going to be quite concerned about that 18 fudge brownie M&M truck starting up there on the top side.
Especially if that 18 is able to find some clean air. I will say that. We saw when he was able to get around the 9 and be able to solely focus on the 95. We saw the difference that made. So would not be surprised to see that 18 go up here and try to get to the lead. But as we look here, Pace Truck's going to be pulling off, and we're going to be going back green here once again, nearing halfway at Charlotte. Let's see these guys. They're going to get up through the gears, and that 18, he's staying with them.
Hanging right there with them. Let's see what that top side does down here in turn 1 and 2. That 18 had an awesome restart to hang right there with him.
And these guys getting up to speed. I think that bottom line is going to be where you want to be, getting up to speed. Now down the back straightaway, he's in that draft line. But that 9 to the bottom, 18 trying to hold it up top above this 9. Let's see what he is able to get on exit. Right now building up a run. That 16 tried to block it. It's not going to work though. It looks like he's going to be to the outside a little bit just by a nose. Now in 1 and 2, what is he going to be able to do? He's getting a run, and he is there down the back straightaway, 18. He's getting side by side there with the 16 now diving into 3 and 4.
Yeah, he's got the 64 Robertson as help on this top side. 18 fell back just a little bit there in 3 and 4. 16 was able to pull up off the court. Oh my goodness gracious.
Oh, boys, calm down now.
16 just about got turned right there. Great heads-up driving by Justin Anderson not to get into that right rear quarter panel of the 16 of Bain.
Right now, these guys still battling it out. The 16 enjoying the clean air. The 18 trying to find a way to get clear of this 9.
Whew. That 9 just sliced it up in there. As you see, Ed Robertson almost pushing him down the straightaway.
And right now, interestingly enough, when we look back in the back of the pack, instead of moving up through the field, it looks like Vroman has been sitting steady. He's sitting in 10th, and he's getting challenged pretty heavily back there for position, stuck behind a lot of traffic.
Let's go back here and check on Vroman in that 95 machine. He's got Cowboy and McQuaid 2 wide in front of him.
And that 33 putting on a lot of pressure on that back bumper as well.
Oh yeah, this is some hard charging needed out of Roman right here. He's got the fresher tires in these guys, so he should be able to run faster lap times. But he's getting stalled out here behind the 19, and 33's bringing it to him.
And this is something that we've seen before. That 19, we saw this at Chicagoland, the 19 trying to battle to stay on the lead lap. He can run on pace here with Roman, and Roman's just having a tough time getting through this field. Right now, these guys stacking up behind him near 3 wide in the back of the pack.
Got McQuaid and Meredith battling really hard back here for 6th. McQuaid in that 77 on the bottom, Meredith in 17 on the top side.
And right now we're about to have a battle for the lead as that 18 getting a huge run on the 16. These guys getting stacked back up. A little bit of a gap formed, but that 18 getting right back to the back bumper of the 16.
Yeah, that 18 did a good job getting back up here. 16 not able to run away with it like we saw Roman do earlier. That 18 staying right there on him.
The one thing that I will say is the strength of this 16 is he is able to control the air extremely well, being able to block runs and block lanes, keeping dirty air on the noses of the guys behind him. He's done a great job of that so far. Really hasn't allowed a opportunity for a run or a passing opportunity at all for the 18 or anybody else behind him.
And we saw the 16 running really strong at the end of Chicagoland. Had a little issue with lap traffic getting through there, which gave Ed Robertson the win. But we know that Bain in that 16 truck knows how to lead, and he's showing it here.
And right now, McQuaid on those fresher tires, he's moving his way up through the field. Don't look now, but he has made his way up to 4th, and he's still hard charging.
Yeah, he's moving right along. He's got Ed Robertson with a little push down the front straightaway. 77 to the bottom. 9's going to have to hold the top. Paul Irvin up there in that great-looking 9 truck.
And that 77, he has taken no prisoners, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, McQuaid's had a lot of speed here these past few weeks. Definitely showing it here again tonight. The only thing that scares me about the 77 is he might be burning up them tires, and here late in the run, he might be hurting for certain.
Oh, caution's out.
Trying to take a look to see if I see anything here. That's the only thing I see. Oh yeah, there it is. Tyndall and Shiro down, Tyndall and Shiro down through the grass.
It looks like Shiro may have blown his engine, it looks like. Has a lot of damage, a lot of smoke out from underneath his machine.
Both Shiro's going through the grass there on that lap.
So like you mentioned, off of turn 4 and into tri-oval, that wall has been claiming a lot of victims. And right here, talking about it before, right there out there in chat, Griff saying, if you didn't pit before, you're pitting now. Well, the 9 took your advice. The 16 of Bain, not so much. He stayed out. So he is feeling pretty confident with that long run strategy that he pulled on the initial run to be able to stay out. I'm not sure if that's the call though, because the 77, he was able to gain a good amount of time, and Vroman going back down pit road as well.
Yeah, 16's in a tough spot right here as the leader. Wants to stay out, wants to hold that position. He was fast, got a good restart, was able to lead, but I hate to say it, but I think fresh tires are going to eat him up here on this restart.
Not to mention, I don't think he can make it more than probably 10, 15 laps on fuel at most.
Yeah, he's right about there on the fuel window as well.
He may be looking to go down this time. Yep, there he goes, and he's going to lead McQuaid down again. So right now, as those guys go down for pits, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with the lead now. Lednum is now our leader. How about that?
There you have it. There it is. We saw him earlier in qualifying. Had some damage on his truck, but his crew got that all fixed up. He's out here leading this thing.
Don't look now, but Litzenberger P3.
I was just getting ready to say, old Sandbagger up to P3. old Sandbagger himself.
Oh lordy! Right now, I mean, this top 10, Coey P10.
How about them apples?
Oh, you gotta love it.
Big old shake up.
I'd say I think the first guy we've seen that was in the top 10 originally that would now be in the top 10. I think the first one I'm looking at would be Josh Arnold. That's who I'm looking at right now.
Yeah, Josh Arnold up there, P10.
Maybe Forrest Smith, actually. Forrest Smith, he qualified 6th. He's currently up there with these guys as well.
Then we got Anaskok back here in P11. Got Paul Irvin, P12. Nick Trader, P13. It's going to get interesting. This will be interesting. Lights are out on the pace truck. Looks like we're going back double file. Going back green this time by.
And right now, as these guys get set up and ready, just over halfway up in this race, and a huge shakeup in the field. We talk about it when we talk about NNR. We really mean it. When anything can happen, anything can really happen.
No
I mean,
doubt about it.
Huge shakeup, and I would not expect. I mean, this is going to be a wild, wild race here. A lot of guys in the back of the pack with fresh tires. Roman, interestingly enough, 16th.
Man alive. I don't know what's going to happen. About to find out, though.
Yeah, I'm awaiting to see what happens here as we get ready, and we are back green here at Charlotte. And right now, that inside line with a great jump in, and specifically about that Lednum, able to get a heck of a restart. That 21 of Litzenberger looking to do the same as he looks to clear Boone there for P2, in which he does. Now he's going on the attack looking for the 37. And Yellow is back up.
Shane Wolf was around.
Let's see. We got a replay on what happened.
That's not the best camera angle. But a hard hit to the inside wall by James.
Yeah, that looked like he just may have got on the apron a little bit in the corner, and just the truck was just so out of shape. You talked about it with that right side damage right there. Roman pinching him down a little bit, kind of got that truck a little squirrely.
Woohoo! Cowboy doing an awesome job to miss it.
Right now, great job for those guys in the back, but Now under caution, and this is going to be another chance for these guys to kind of recollect themselves. I wouldn't imagine seeing any of these guys pit.
No, I think pit road is going to be
A
very
lonely
quiet.
place.
Very
Yeah,
quiet.
very lonely place for these guys. Unless you're in the back, and hey, we've seen it before. That splash of fuel could really help. It's really changed up the strategy for a lot of guys.
Yeah, the splash fuel guys, the damage guys. There's definitely going to be some takers back here, but it's going to be mostly guys with problems working on their stuff.
Well, right now, these guys are excited to get back to the action, and I mean, you got to think we're going to be nearing the spot to where these guys in about, I mean, between now and then, there's one more pit stop. So you got to think, when do you make that move to go down pit road? How long do you stay out? Cautions are breeding cautions right now. So what is the idea if you're one of these guys that are up front with a great track position? A lot of names we haven't seen up here. Lednam leading his first laps of his NNR iRacing career. So, looking at this, out of the top 10, not a single NNR winner in the top 10.
Man, that's a pretty wild stat that you got there, expert. Did Larry stop by and give you that one?
No, I think Larry's still locked in his room right now. He hasn't been talking to us yet. We haven't even gotten a trend this year, so.
I mean,
Well, actually, you know what? I'll give you one of my own trends. This is the second race in a row in which we've seen this phenomenon happen, where there's been guys in the top 10. We've had a straight top 10 that did not have a single previous winner. 2 races in a row, we've seen this.
that is correct, sir. That is correct. Look at you and your trends. I like it. I'm gonna start calling you Little Larry.
You gotta put my Larry Mack cap on, but right now, as soon as I say that, though, that's all gonna be changing. Nick Trader, who of course is a former winner, he moves into the P10 spot. So there you go.
Well, there went that. But it was fun. It was fun while we had it.
Yeah, about a half a lap, it worked.
Yeah, it was good. It was good for then.
Good lordy.
Hey, it's racing. Things change all the time. Every lap.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong there.
That's what makes it so great.
Exactly. But right now, the interesting thing to talk about is Roman back in P13. And once again, we talk about second race in the row. This is going to be the second race in the row in which he's going to have to fight his way back to the front. We saw at Bristol, he got involved in some trouble and just really didn't recover as well. In fact, getting involved in more incidents caused him to be in the back of the pack. I'm not even sure if he finished top 10. He may have finished top 10. I don't believe he finished top 5.
P7 last week for Roman. Last truck on the lead lap.
All right, see, there you go.
I happen to have that stat handy.
I'd say made sure you wrote that down before the race.
Nope. Nope.
What, looking at, what, are you looking at good old NNRleague.com?
I'm at NNRleague.com.
Oh, well, I mean, you know what's interesting about NNRleague.com? You could go to the store on there as well and help support this league. There, and it's just so handy that link is out there in the chat. So go ahead, go to NNRleague.com, check out everything for the Xbox League on there, for the iRacing Sim League, and also be sure to go over to NNR Info and click on the store. It'll send you to the Zazzle tab, in which you can purchase all of the great products that could help benefit NNR. I believe they have a nice selection of shirts on there, some coffee mugs, some stickers. I even have the NNR tags behind my head as well, so the tag covers as well.
They need to have a T-shirt on there that says Little Larry and like an animated picture of you.
Here we go. Here we go.
Who's in charge of the merch over there?
Well, I mean, you could also go to thank you for the product idea, by the way, but you can also go to streamlabs.com/XR network, in which you can donate to the channel, or you could go and visit the Expert Racing Network merch tab as well. So you can go and shop for some of your Expert Racing merch as well.
21 mighty jumped the restart there, but Lednum got back on it. 81, Jeremy Horn down to the bottom. Hopefully Litzenberger does not get a black flag for jumping that restart right there. That was very, very, very close.
And right there, you see he checked up for it. So you can see right there. But the 81 of Horn, he's already making the move below Lednum. He's saying, hey, I want this lead. I'm going to take it, and he does. He's going to lead this time by.
Jeremy Horn out there on the point this time by. You got Horn there in the 81, 37 of Lednum up high, 21 of Litzenberger down low. Got the 84 in there, the 38, the 18, 56.
And here we go. We got guys moving up the pack. The 95 behind him as well. He's looking to make his way up here. Already made his way into P10. So these guys getting stacked up, getting rowdy. We're about to see some racing here, boys.
Absolutely. We're on lap 87 of 150. It is time to go. Ooh, Litzenberger down to the bottom. Hits the apron, bounces back up. Doesn't hit anybody. Great drive in here.
Yeah, was able to control it, but the bad thing about that, especially for the 95, that checkup on that inside line, he's down there as well. So this outside line carrying the momentum, and that could cost that 95 some spots back there as these guys all cycle through the field.
Absolutely. Now we got the 18 Anasagot going to work on the inside of Lednum for P2. He gets by him.
And here come the Trader brothers to the outside as well. They're making their way through the top 10.
Trader's going to work here past the 84 Forrest Smith. Nick Trader on the high side.
Oh, 3 wide for a second there. The 95 off the exit trying to make it 3 wide was Forrest Smith, just couldn't do it. Now he has to find his way to the top, in which he does through turns 1 and 2, and that was almost an instant right there. That was close.
Whew, these guys are close together, battling it out, going at it. Got the 95 and the 9 on the top, 64 Robertson. Now running middle because the 9 goes to the way top up there.
And Drew Trader, the 95 tried to go to the bottom. Drew Trader slammed the door on him, but the crossover by the 95, he's going to the top with the momentum.
Yeah, the problem with the top right now is you got Lednum up there on probably some older tires while he's losing speed up there. So that's going to check up Boone on that top line. 25, 95 get right around them. They're also going to get by Litzenberger here. 9 in tow of the 95.
And right here you could see that 25 tried to pull Litzenberger to get the momentum back in front of the 95, but now he's got to go defend there on the bottom because that 95 is charging. One thing you want to do is stay in front of that 95, and you can see that 25 is doing a whale of a job trying to do that, as now they're going to catch Jeremy Horn now as well. So these guys all cycling through, and right now as these battles happen behind them, that 18 of Anasagot could not be happier.
Yeah, he's Anasagot's out to about a 3/4 of a second lead over Nick Trader in P2.
And I just want to point out, your pick has just made his way into the top 3, my friend.
Reason why I picked him, my brother.
Well, you say that. He is now chasing down his brother, Drew Trader, looking to go catch Nick Trader, and he has that 95 all over his back bumper. 95 even using the grass a little bit right there to get around the 25, though. So as soon as he gets in the top 3, may have spoke too soon.
Just out of curiosity, is my pick ahead of your pick right now?
Well, back to the front. The 18.
Let's see what we got going on up here. Justin Anasagot with a 1.1 second lead out here over Nick Trader, using that clean air to his advantage.
But right now, I'd assume that to start closing down in a little bit. Roman now back to P3. And as these guys get spread out, the action now moves to the back of the pack, in which we see a bunch of guys that were up front just a few laps ago. Now they're battling back here once again. So you can see the difference that tires makes for a lot of these guys right now.
Yeah, there's the 16 of Bain. We saw him out there leading. He's back there running 14th. Got Josh Arnold here running 13th, just ahead of him. 21.77. A bit ahead of them. Man, Lednum is really regretting this tire strategy that he's on. Remember this last restart, he was our leader. He's now back to 17th.
And he's continuing to drop as well. Right now getting caught by Smith and Carroll right behind him.
Best news for Lednum right now is the 4 trucks behind him are 2x2. So that's good news. Justin Diltz and Grandpa Coey going at it. Coey in the 24, Diltz in the 23.
All right, they're 3 wide actually in the back of the pack. The 16, 21, and 22 all going 3 wide back there in a battle. They're able to get it sorted out, though, and the 16 looking to try to set sail and get his way back to the front.
Just makes a pass on Josh Arnold. That gets him back up to P12.
Right now, I'm going to go look at the overall laps that we've been looking at, and it looks like with the data I have right here, let's see, with the data I have right now, last lap by, Roman ran a 31.983. Let's go look at what our leader is running out there in clean air. A 31.840, so a 10th difference. That tells you what not only battling but also not having that clean air can do for you. Right now the 95 going on the attack for P2 with Nick Trader, so the battle's heating up right now, and he's forced to run the bottom. So that shows you right now that 95 he's really in a position that he doesn't want to be in. Even though he's battling to try to get up there and gain a position, he does not want to be on that bottom, because that 56 is really giving him a fight.
Yeah, 56 of Nick Trader, he's been strong all year long. He's definitely strong right now. 95 of Roman, we've seen him very fast early on in this race, but he was working the top side like you were just talking about early on when he had all that speed. Now he's got to work the bottom, try to get under the 56 of Trader.
And right now, the one thing that's going to hurt that 95, as long as Trader can stay to that quarter panel, he doesn't even have to be side by side with him. As long as he can stay on the quarter panel, he will be as good as gold being able to stay side by side with that 95.
Yeah, you can just grab that quarter panel and right along with that 95. Woo-hoo, they're close down there, 1 and 2. But the best news, the happiest down the racetrack for this battle is Justin Anderson, who now has just over a 2-second lead over this battle for second.
Well, as soon as we say that, you can see the 95 able to clear the 56 yielding the position at this point. And now it's the question, will the 95 be able to catch him? We're nearing whenever the pit cycle will open to make it to the end. So we're getting close to that.
Absolutely. That's one thing that these drivers are starting to consider right now. The guys that are out on the old tires like Lednum, as soon as their pit window opens that they can get enough fuel in it to make it to the end, you'll see them coming down. These leaders that are on fresher tires, they're going to have to split this run a little bit, so they're going to have to go a little bit into that fuel window before they make their last stop, just so they get all the advantages of the fresh tires and not, as they call it, waste a set.
You're exactly right, and considering the last time we were under caution is lap 84, I would expect these guys to be able to go to at least lap 120. That's going to be the look I expect when we'll see the final few guys going down pit road around lap 20, if not somewhere around there. So expect the pit cycle to open up probably around lap 109, lap 110 to about lap 120. In that 10 lap range is when I can expect these guys to be heading down pit road.
Yeah, that sounds exactly right, Expert. Good job on getting that figured out and communicating to everybody out here. The XR Network on Twitch. Checking out this NNR One-Minded Design Truck Series race from Charlotte. Round 10 of 22. These drivers, you know, for those of you that watch us every week, you're like, all right, Blair, you're going to go into how great of a job the drivers are doing speech. If those of you are new, guess what? Here comes the speech. These drivers are doing such a great job putting on a show out here tonight, racing all over the track. There's been lead changes, there's been strategy. I mean, there has been a little bit of everything. There's been some crashes. I mean, there's been a little bit of everything. So if you like racing, these drivers at NNR and One-Minded Design League have really put it on for you here tonight.
You're exactly right. And to those out there in chat, you know, all about 24 or 25 of you, we just hit our max right now of live viewers, so thank you once again for that. If you're new to the Expert Racing Network and the Expert Racing community, be sure to follow here on Twitch. We would definitely appreciate it. And be sure to join the Expert Racing community. You can check us out on Twitter at Expert Racing, as well as on Instagram with the same handle. Also check us out on our Streamlabs page. It's going to be streamlabs.com/XR Network. And yeah, be sure to also, I'm gonna put it in chat, join our community Discord so you don't miss any of the behind the scenes or any announcements that may not be made to the general public. Make sure you don't miss any of that. Join our community Discord. And right now, Anasagak, he is doing pretty good so far, but we see a few guys straggling on pit road here about lap 109.
Hey, just like you called it, I was just getting ready to reference Anasagak in this 95 of Nick Vroman. That lead's been cut down. That was about a 2-second lead that Anasagak had over him in the 95 of Nicholas Roman, the 56 of Nicholas Trader. They were going at it. That was about 2 seconds ahead that they were, or Anasagak was. Now it's about a second and a half, so that 95 is rolling right now.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the lap times right now, and it looks like in comparison, that 18 is running about a 1/10 of a lap slower than that 95.
The 95 is a rocket ship here late in this race. Still one pit stop to go for all these guys, so strategy's going to come into play. When do you take your pit stop? When do you put your tires on? Getting your fuel and putting this baby to bed for the night here at Charlotte. So still a whole lot of racing action to go with about 40 laps left.
And I think I know why he might be catching that 18 a little bit more. I think we missed something. Look at the right side of that 18.
Oh no. Oh no. The 18 has found the wall at some point in the program. Flatten out that right side, get some right front fender damage. Blue M&M not having a good day today.
Yeah, that blue M&M, I don't think that number is having a good day today.
Number, bad shape. Blue M&M, bad shape. Good news is the fudge brownie M&M on the left side looks delicious.
Still trying to plug that sponsor. You gotta love it.
Absolutely. My shipping address hasn't changed.
M&M's, come on, man. I'm about to say they are produced by the Hershey company, right? That's who makes M&M's, correct? Or am I wrong?
Mars. They're Mars.
Mars. Okay. I'm about to say I knew it was somewhere like that.
Taking a look at Ed Robertson here, having a good run. Got it up to 6th. We've seen him fast all year long. Just ahead of him, battle for 5th. That's Drew Trader and Paul Irvin. We're not going to talk about whose pick's doing what here, but each of these are picks. Drew Trader working the top side, Paul Irvin working the bottom.
I'm about to say this battle is mainly between you and me, not necessarily the guys on track.
I radioed down to Drew Trader during that last caution and said, hey man, do it for me.
He may just do it. He may just do it.
He might. Most people say do it for Dale. I say do it for Blair.
Why not do it for Drew?
Do it for Drew.
There you go, it works. Hashtag do it for Drew, there you go.
Ed Robertson
There you go,
had a
Drew, you
really
got your own
solid
hashtag.
run.
Robertson now making his move like you mentioned though. But I may actually expand this, I may actually expand how long this pit sequence might go. I think it might expand another 5 laps to about lap 125. That might be the new marker I'm looking at.
Constantly making adjustments as we go. And we're just sitting here watching a great race just like all you guys out there in Twitch. But imagine being one of these drivers having to make all these choices of, you know, what lap are we going to pit? What's the best strategy? How are we going to get this done? Paul Irvin says, I'm pitting right. Meow.
Well, Blair, we might need to cue the Jaws theme.
Uh-oh. Is it getting close up here?
we might
it's
need to
getting
cue
close.
I'm about to say, since we're focused back on this, Pete made a nice little comment out there in chat saying, I'm sure when Justin smacked the wall, he probably said, oh, fudge. And right now, these guys both going to enter pit road. Roman is not letting him get away, and oh! We about had Chicagoland all over again.
95's coming down for 4 tires, fuel, and a fresh pair of undershorts. Wow. That was almost large.
That was almost a repeat of Chicagoland. It looked eerily similar.
No kidding. That's going to put Ed Robertson on point. Drew Trader P2. Robertson stays out. Trader stays out. A little smoke that we saw there, I think that's from guys getting hard on the brakes, getting onto pit road. Pit road speed here at Charlotte, if I remember correct, is like 50 miles an hour. So they got to really woe it down to get pit road speed, make sure they don't get a speeding penalty, because that would just absolutely destroy you here in this final fuel run.
And Vroman, he's going to be able to beat Anna Sagak out of pit road. So Vroman, technically, if this cycles all the way out, Vroman will be your new leader.
64 Robertson, 25 a Trader coming down pit road right now. Going to give the lead to Quimby in the 36. Matthew Boone there in the 38. That's the last truck on the lead lap as they run. Not for position on the 36. 81 of Jeremy Horn trying to get his lap back. And he does. Now let's see when Quimby comes. Is this the time? 36 of Quimby coming down pit road right there.
And right now, we actually would have a battle for the cycle lead because, you know how you talk about picks, my friend? Yeah, even though they're a lap down right now, the 9 and 95 have not stopped being side by side since they exited pit road.
9 and 95 going at it here. This battle is for 11th. Josh Arnold's our leader. Let's check back up here. He's got that new sponsor, Box Cave, on there. He's going to bring it down here to Box Cave Pit Crew.
He's going to take the Box Cave truck to the box.
That's right. They're going to have to get off their Box Cave furniture and come out here and service this truck for him.
And whenever they get done, they could probably hide back in their cave, because I don't expect anybody to be going down pit road after this one.
No, sir. No, sir. They're not coming back after this. Unless there's a caution with like 10 to go.
Maybe. That could be a point.
09 a Banner, currently the leader. He's coming down. Looks like he's got a Tennessee Volunteers paint scheme on his truck. Oh, 24 Grandpa Coey with a big slide down pit road. He hits the inside wall.
Oh, no. And since that's on pit road, I don't think we can expect a caution.
I don't think we'll get one for that. Looks like we won't.
Now, if it was on entry, that's a different story.
Yep, entry or exit, that could happen. That far into pit road, no caution coming out. I was just going to talk about the 09 there real quick with the Tennessee Volunteers. I've heard rumor. Have you heard this rumor there, Gridlock? Mr. Inside Information? About
No.
next week's paint schemes?
I have not. Go ahead, give it to us.
Next week's paint schemes are going to be football-based paint schemes.
Ooh.
So you'll see NFL teams, you'll see college teams. Guys will be repping their favorite team next week.
If I don't see one Clemson scheme, I'm going to be upset.
Okay, that's fine.
And I think we just lost Irvin.
Where'd he go?
I don't know. He disappeared on my screen.
He gone.
He may be gone.
He gone.
Bye-bye. Unfortunate for him, definitely, though.
Man,
but
you hate to see it. He's running P2.
not sure what happened to him, but I
Cardwell
haven't
just
seen that.
disappeared.
Are we dropping people now?
Not Cardwell's back. I have seen this. So I was in a league race one time, about the same amount of vehicles. You know, there's 33 trucks that started this race. 17 trucks got kicked. So I have seen this before. If iRacing starts kicking people. Hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully it's just a one-off, maybe some crazy weather going through Paul Irvin's area.
And right here, there's one person out there in chat saying he hit the wall, but when I go to his camera, nothing is showing up. So, not sure if it may be an internet issue or what. But with 24 laps to go, that 95 sitting pretty.
Well, that 95 is right there in the catbird seat. He's got all the fuel in it. He's got all the tires on it. He doesn't need to come back down pit road. He's got a 2.4 second lead over Justin Anasagak in P2. Boone having an awesome run right now in P3. Let's take a look. He's got Nick Trader in P4 right behind him. Patrick McQuaid P5. So these guys are going to be going to work on him. Bain in the 16 coming through as well. He's getting freight trained.
And now it is confirmed Paul Irvin just disconnected from the server. So that 9 is done for today. Very unfortunate for him.
Hate to see it, man. Line was so strong today. But commentator Curse back at it.
Gotta love it.
Boone falling all the way back to 7th as Ed Robertson gets by him now.
Right now, this battle on the back, you can see these guys all battling for position.
Yeah, we're looking at Robertson here in the 64, 16 of Bain. This is for P5. Not too far ahead of them. There's the 77 of McQuaid. You see him just sneaking into the camera just a little bit. He's trying to sneak away from this battle best he can, but 16's been fast all night. We saw him up there leading laps. 64 Robertson, he's fast every week. Got a win on the season, of course.
And right now, I would not be surprised if you're any of these guys right now. I would not be surprised with how hard some of these groups are battling if we don't get a caution within these last 20 laps.
I wouldn't be shocked. There's so much racing going over all over the track right now. A lot of two wide battles going on. As we need to head up here to Nick Trader and McQuaid. McQuaid's bringing it to the inside of Trader, has to get back in line. Jim Coey just ahead of him. He's a lap down. We saw him on pit road. He had that unfortunate mishap getting on the brakes, getting it woed down for pit road speed. Just ahead of Nick Trader, who's running P3. McQuaid right behind him.
And right now, these guys making their way through lap traffic, and they're really having to adjust the lines that they run on short notice.
Justin Dill's staying high, so Trader and McQuaid went low right by him.
And now McQuaid, he's going to try to focus on. He really wants to get in this top three. I believe, and I may be wrong with this. I'm going to double check myself before I say it. But I believe that this would be McQuaid's first ever podium finish in NNR. If he does get by him.
That sounds accurate to me. Be a good points day for him as well. We've seen Cardwell have some troubles. Cardwell just ahead of him in the points. Actually, they're tied for points. McQuaid and Cardwell tied for 8th in the overall points for the championship. Cardwell, last truck on the lead lap, running 23rd. So good points day here for McQuaid so far. He's going to keep charging though.
And right now, as he looks to try to charge to the front, I'm not sure. Right now a gap between him and Nick Trader, so he's still got some battling back to do. But right now, as these guys keep rolling here, let's go take a look at Drew Trader, who we talked about him earlier. Right now, qualified 9th, running 8th. So pretty good job out of that 25 camper, and pretty consistent here.
Having a good run. We've seen a lot of speed out of Drew Trader so far this season. Had the P2 finish last week at Bristol. That one-minded design truck. Look at that thing sparkle under the lights here at Charlotte tonight. If you guys need a paint for any of your iRacing wraps, make sure to hit up One-Minded Design. Ask them for the, I believe what your traders are, it's called the Bass Boat Special. Ask them for that. So you could get your truck or car sparkling under the lights.
Well, I mean, of course, all these One-Minded Design trucks, both the team and of course the rest of the trucks in the field, all look amazing.
Somebody's going to hit up Drew Trader this week and the team at One-Minded Design, be like, hey, I heard on the broadcast about the Bass Boat finish. Can I get one of those? And they're going to be like, what in the world? What goes on?
Oh my lord, you gotta love it.
Drew Trader making a run to the outside on Meredith. This is for P7. Right ahead of him, that's Bain. That's also going to be for position. So this is a little 3-truck battle for P6. 13 laps to go. We talked about our leader recently.
I think he's pretty much checked out, but it's going to be good old Nicholas Roman still. Yeah, he's pretty much set fire to the rein and just said bye-bye.
Oh, there he is. There he is out there leading. And maybe if we go to blimp view, we could see the 18 of Justin Anasagok at some point here.
Yeah, because even on TV3, it's kind of difficult.
Maybe on blimp. No, the lead's that big. Let's take a lap on the cockpit of the 95, see what he's doing to be out here in front.
Actually, if you go to TV3, actually, you can get a glimpse of them as well off of whenever the 95 goes off turn 4.
All right, well, let's see this. 95 coming up on Litzenberger, last truck on the lead lap.
And right now, you can see, you don't even see him down the back straightaway, but off of 4, when it switches that camera, you can see just barely a little bit right there. That's how big that gap is between the 95. And now, it's the 95 and the 56 of Nick Trader. Nick Trader getting around Anasagog there.
Wade also around Anasagog.
So that 18 later in the run, he's really feeling the effects of that damage to the right side of his M&M's Toyota.
64 Robertson by him as well. Puts Anasagog P5. Remember, Drew Trader right behind this pack.
And right there, Pete saying out there in chat, with that big of a lead, Roman is halfway to Kannapolis. He has said adios. But of course, we haven't talked about it, but you know, we've seen the action here. You know what next week is? How much action and how much fun we're going to see there?
I'm not going to lie to you. I've been looking at the NNR League website. I didn't look to see what next week was.
iRacing Super Speedway, my friend.
Oh my goodness.
You want to talk about a wild one?
I'm going to go on voice rest about as soon as this race is over, so that way I'm ready to go for next Monday night at iRacing Super Speedway.
It's never going to end, my friend. About to say, you might have to take the call, because this weekend I'm going to be lucky enough to go to Daytona with some of the guys here in the NNR League, so we're going to be heading down to Daytona and watching the race down there, so my voice might be a little hoarse for Monday.
So we talked about Box Cave a little bit earlier on the 22. He mentioned that it's on the 99. 99's got it in black and red right here, running P12.
That looks great.
Right behind his teammate there, the 22.
Talk about a good-looking truck.
Man, that's sharp. That is sharp. Bunch of teammates running together. So 22, 99, 98, all in there together. Running 11, 12, 13th for Cold Dog Motorsports. Or is it Cold Dog Racing?
I believe it's Cold Dog Racing.
Swing and a miss.
Close, but no cigar.
Glad to see new sponsors coming in. That's awesome. That's awesome
Definitely.
for these guys.
Definitely, and you got to love a great organization, a great group of guys. If you've known back in the on the console days or whatnot, this group, Cold Dog Racing, a lot of the guys there were also known from Josh Arnold's group, which was known as the J-Paw Militia, or in its earlier days, Team J-Paw. I was lucky enough to be a part of that group when they were known as Team J-Paw, but they have grown to be known as J-Paw Militia and now Cold Dog Racing. And out there in chat, right there, MK Gaming 85, the 99 was actually was another custom paint as well from Mike's Paint and Design. So some of these guys also doing great work with guys outside in partnership with One Mind to Design. One Mind to Design, though, doing a great job with a lot of these schemes here tonight. But as the laps wind down, I think this 95 out there, I think unless something happens, I think old Roman's got himself another check in the win column.
Yeah, and we talked about it towards the top of the broadcast here. We'll have to ask him in the interview at the end of the race if the practice time burnouts and donuts really helps.
I'll actually let you can take the third and first place interviews this week. Go ahead, because I know you were wanting to ask them about that. So go ahead.
I gotta know, because if so, I'm gonna start doing it myself. That might be the little piece of the puzzle that I'm missing.
It might be, and we're about one lap away now as we hit the white flag from seeing the 95 burnouts right here through 1 and 2, heading down the back straightaway. And talk about a season this guy is having. You know, winning at almost any place you can count, and he's still going to be the points leader and still going to be the race leader. For the 5th time this season, Nicholas Roman will win once again here in the NNR iRacing Series.
Great job to Nicholas Roman there, coming away with another victory. Shout out to him. Let's go ahead and run down the finishing order. We got Roman, Nick Trader, McQuaid got a top 3. His first podium of the year. Robertson, Anasagak, Bain, Meredith, Quimby, Arnold, Quinones, Snyder, Kobe, Shiro, Hampton, Banner. Drew Trader fell back to 16th. Cardwell, Tyndall, Lednam, and Boone. That's your top 20.
And right there for the top 20. Let's go ahead and try to get some of these guys in here, why don't we?
Absolutely.
Right now, let's go ahead and let's see if we can't pull. I gotta find them. Let's see. Gotta find McQuaid. Not sure where he is at.
We are looking for you, Mr. McQuaid.
Mr. McQuaid.
Paging, Mr. McQuaid.
To the green room.
Doctor?
Oh my god. This one we can't do stuff right.
No, sir.
I'm gonna say we're gonna get ourselves in trouble.
Let's not do it this late in the show.
Yeah, not this late. Not at all, my friend.
There he is. He's in the green room. Doctor?
There we go. All right, let's go ahead and pull him and go ahead. Take it away, boy.
Patrick McQuaid, it's Blair, an expert in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Man, great run tonight, coming home with a top 3. We believe that is your first podium this season. Is that correct?
That is correct. I'm very excited for that.
Man, that's awesome. Great run. Good points day for you, too. You came in tied for 8th place with Cardwell. Cardwell finished back in 17th, so I would assume that you pick up 8th spot all to your lonesome, but we'll have to see how the points shake. Tell us about your race.
Yeah, after the past 2 weeks have been really crappy. So yeah, this was much needed. But honestly, I thought I was screwed there when it was just like me and Vroman. I don't know who else pitted. But when we pitted early, I thought the race was over at that point. But I caught some lucky breaks, and I somehow found speed. Practice was not my forte tonight, but hey, I'm here.
Great run. Glad to see the speed out of you. After a tough couple weeks, like you said, but great run, getting you in the top 3. That's awesome. What shout-outs would you like to get in there tonight?
Just Muffler Man. They're a great sponsor. My father-in-law, he's great to me. And then James Shamewolf, he made the great scheme that I ran tonight. Love it. Just the whole the whole thing that you guys do, and one mind, two design. They do all that, man. It's just awesome.
Absolutely. Well, great job. Go celebrate your P3. We look forward to seeing you next week at iRacing Super Speedway.
Thanks, guys.
All right, so he's going to go ahead, and Patrick, we're going to move you to general. Or actually post-race, excuse me. But now it's time to pull in Mr. Nicholas Trader. Let's see if we can't get him in here. All right, Nick, it is Expert and Blair in the booth. You got a copy.
What's up, guys?
All right, man. Of course, losing points lead last week, but you come back and rebound here, able to get a top 2 here at Charlotte. How did that 56 feel tonight? And how does it feel to be back on the podium?
The truck was kind of iffy. I mean, it was there, and the other times it wasn't there. I felt like it was pushing up the corner. I think 3 and 4 was mainly my troublesome area. Felt like it pushed a lot of that area coming out of 4 mainly. But it was a good night. I mean, I was surprised to get a second place. Of course, the 95 always expect them to win, so I'll take a second as a victory. Hopefully move on to IRacing Super Speedway next week and see what I can do there. Not looking forward to it, not a Super Speedway guy.
Well, we know it's going to be a wild one, my friend, and of course, you and the One Mind to Design guys are going to be something fierce probably whenever y'all get together there next week. But of course, any shout-outs from you, my friend?
Of course, the team of 192 Design. Always good to work with them, my brother and James. Good team to work for. You guys always for a great broadcast you guys throw between Expert and Blair. I mean, I always have it sitting on my phone next to me, like I said, and pop my ear off every so often, see what you guys are talking about if you're making fun of somebody or what you guys are doing.
Us? We wouldn't do that.
We don't ever make
Oh,
fun
you
of
guys don't
somebody.
do that. Come on.
No.
We wouldn't do that.
Okay, making fun of each other.
There we go.
Very possible.
Very possible. But yeah, it's always a good time. I have fun racing here. So hopefully I can try to make a charge back to get the points lead, but it'll be tough with the 95.
Well, definitely. Once again, congratulations on the podium finish. Good luck next week, and we're going to send you the post race, my friend.
Appreciate it, guys. Have a good one.
You as well. All right, and now the man of the hour himself. We're going to pull him in here, and Blair, take it away once again.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nicholas Vroom Vroom Vroman, our winner tonight. Vroman, you got a copy?
What's up, man?
Oh, not much, buddy. Great performance tonight. We know that you normally like to say clean air is key to win, but I noticed something in practice that you were doing, and I would like to know if that has anything to do with the win. I noticed you practicing burnouts and donuts today. Does that really add to you winning all these races?
Nah, man, it's just something I do to kill some time, you know. Get out here to practice at 6:30. You gotta pass this time somehow, right?
Absolutely. Tell us about your race tonight.
Well, first off, I made a terrible strategy call by pitting there when half the other field stayed out and put me in a bad position about midway through the race. I'm definitely a driver, not a strategist, I can tell you that. But, it was a fun race, man. It was fun racing with all the guys, Irvin early, Nick Trader and I had some good side-by-side battling going there for about, 6-10 laps or so. And then, Justin and Zach, man, he was battling up there pretty good. It was just a fun overall race, and I had a blast.
Man, you put on a great show. Everybody out there in Twitch, I know they appreciated it. What shout-outs you want to give before we head to iRacing Super Speedway next week?
Shout out to the admins, man. You guys up in the booth, broadcasting this race week in and week out. Everybody on the track for the great racing, especially the last couple weeks. My sister out there in chat, I'm sure, is watching, and everybody else is watching. It's a blast to be here racing in this NNR league every Monday night.
Right on, man. Well, congratulations again on your 5th win of the season, making a little bit of gap in the point steal over Nick Trader by getting the win. You had the lead coming in, finished 1-2, so should have a little bit of a cushion. How do you feel about iRacing Super Speedway?
It's Daytona, man, or the Super Speedway racing. Obviously, I'm going to be me. I'm going to be aggressive. I'm going to try and lead the most laps out there to get the bonus points for that. And, that's the safest place to be is in the lead. So, we're going to take it 3, 4, maybe 5 wide. Stay tuned for next week to find out.
Oh, boy, that's awesome. All right, buddy. Well, have fun celebrating yet another win, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
All right, man. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
All right. Well, we're going to move him to post-race so the admins can talk to the drivers. But, Blair, we bring another one to the close, round 10. Next week, it'll be the halfway mark of the season. in which we go to iRacing Super Speedway. Any final thoughts on tonight's race?
Man, I'll tell you, I can't believe we're coming up on halfway. Time flies when you're having fun. Halfway point in the season. That's awesome. iRacing Super Speedway, I was excited about it. And then after talking to Vroom Vroom Vroman right there, I'm really excited about it. He's talking about 4 wide racing. He's talking about 5 wide racing. And man, I am just super pumped. I can't wait till 8:30 next Monday night right here on the XR network to check that race out.
Definitely, I'm right there with you. But once again, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining us out there in the chat. All the fans that have joined us here tonight. Be sure to check out the links that have been posted in the chat throughout the night if you haven't already. But of course, for Mr. Blair Patterson himself, everyone at the XR Network, everyone a part of NNR, One Mind to Design, anybody that has helped make this what it is, we want to thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time. Peace.